Hi, I'm Maddie from Fins with Maddie. Today I'm setting up my big tank by adding some more fish and some plants. So sit down, relax, and come along on the journey with me. So because my tank has only been running for a couple of weeks and I don't believe that it's fully cycled, I have tested the water, but I am an absolute scaredy cat. I'm going to be adding some of this. This is goop, which is live bacteria. I'm just going to be smooshing that into my filter. Now, there's probably a better way to do this, like taking your filter apart and actually putting it in, but I just am too lazy for that. So I'm just popping the cartridge back in once it's all done, popping the lid back on, and starting it up. So it should be ready for fish and some new plants in the morning when I go to the fish shop. So it's the next day now. I did an oopsie and tested my water again, and my ammonia is just a little bit too high at 0.25. So my plan is to take my filter from my established tank, squeeze it out into my new tank, and grab some fresher goop from the store when we go there. So I set off to the fish shop, grabbed some fish, some goop, some shrimp, and then a satin snail, and headed on the home. Quite a big haul from the shop today. So here I am just doing the same thing again with some goop, slightly more fresher goop this time, smooshing it into the filter, putting that cartridge back in, popping the lid back on, and letting my filter sit for about 10-20 minutes and turning it back on. So I got some Echinodorus marti, or major, also known as ruffle sword, which is native to Brazil. This was the only plant I got, as there were no others that I really wanted. And I already have this in my tank, but I just think a bit more in some spots that are missing will do really well. So this is just me prepping the Echinodorus with the tank. I always find it so much easier if you just get scissors and cut the little basket that's in. It just makes it so much easier to get out. So off camera, I just took as much of the rock wool off as I could and split it into 2 plants. There's a spot here just right at the back of my tank that I really want this plant to go in. Eventually it'll grow out and you'll be able to see it, and it'll just fill in the gap that I have with the plants there and look really good with the other Echinodoruses that I have along the back of the tank. This one I'm just adding to the right, where there's a space where I feel like it will look really good on the back again. You might also notice the tank water is quite cloudy. That's because of the goop that I put into my filter. That's fine, that will settle eventually. Now it's my favourite part, putting the fish in. So I forgot to get a video of showing you guys these guys up close. These are 2 juvenile pearl gouramis. So they're going into that jug there to be acclimatized. And then I have 4 albino shrimp. These guys are gorgeous, very blue tinged. I think it might be what they're fed, because my albino shrimp in my established tank aren't as blue. These guys are gorgeous. So these will go into another one of my jugs to be acclimatized. This is little assassin snail. And these are my 6 peppered corridoras. And they're gorgeous. You can just about see them in the bag. So once everyone's in their jugs, I have my 2 plastic jugs floating for temperature acclimation, and I have my corridors in the big glass one, and I am drip acclimating them with some hair clips, some tubing, and little valve thing that I don't know the name for. My shrimp, snail, and gouramis are just getting hand drip acclimated because I don't have enough proper drip acclimating stuff. So I just spend 20 minutes to half an hour slowly adding water with a syringe. Now it's time for the best bit, which is adding the shrimp and the fish. I also forgot to mention that I have turned the light right down on my tank just until they're all settled. So once these guys have settled in and the water has settled, I'm going to take some better videos and turn the light on full. So now that I've given them a little bit of time to settle, I'm just going to feed them some food. So I've got these corridors tablets from Corridors. and that's just a pellet that I'm going to pop in and see how they like. I've never used these before, so we'll see how it goes. I also have some tropical formula bug bites, which are these micro granules that I just sprinkle in the tank for gouramis and the shrimp and anything else that will eat it. I used these in my other tank and the fish love them, so we'll see how we go with these. Well, I think that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far, and I don't blame you if you didn't. If you want any more updates on this tank, or more frequent ones that aren't in a video content, feel free to follow me on Instagram, and also feel free to give me a like or subscribe on here. That would be amazing, and even comment on the video if you would like. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And please enjoy some of the outtakes of me and my boyfriend trying to figure out how on earth to record and make this video. So, thank you. We're doing stuff and
Well, it would potentially have us walking in front of it. So here, with my phone, you can do that, which is zoomed in on the log. So you could walk further, go across, go across, go across, go across. Like there, your hand's in shot.
My hand's in shot there.
Yeah.
Okay.